Soft rain on the window, city lights glowing low. Turn the dial to KCC and let the melodies flow. A deep bass hum whispers in the air. Every note a memory, every rhythm a prayer. We ride the quiet storm through midnight skies, where the soul still speaks and love never dies. KC sends heartbeat, a groove so tight. In the echoes of the night, we take flight. From the legends who paved the way to new voices lighting the day. It's a symphony of dreams, a sound so divine. On the waves of Honolulu, the spirit aligns. Let the horns cry out, let the keys drift slow. Lost in the music where emotions grow. Every shade of blue, every touch of gold. A soundtrack of stories never growing old. So let it play, let it heal, let it move. This is Quiet Storm FM, locked in the groove. Soul runs deep, hearts intertwined. On KCC and HD3, the stars still shine. From the legends who paved the way to new voices lighting the day. It's a symphony of dreams, a sound so divine. On the waves of Honolulu, we take flight. From the legends who paved the way to new voices lighting the day. It's a symphony of dreams, a sound so divine. On the waves of Honolulu, those break flight. Let the horns cry out, let the keys drift slow. Lost in the music where emotions grow. Every shade of blue, every touch of gold. A soundtrack of stories never growing old. So let it play, let it heal, let it move. This is Quiet Storm FM, locked in the groove. Soul runs deep, hearts intertwined. On KCC and HD3, the stars still shine.
And thank you so very much for tuning in to Quiet Storm FM. Good evening to you. I'm yours truly, Tony Smooth Jams, on this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday, May 26, 2025. Hope that the weather is great in your area. Right now in Hawaii is 84 degrees and sunny. I want to say hello and welcome to everyone in the chat. We thank you so very much for being part of the Stormtroopers. Thank you so very much, Charles. We appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for your service. General Hopkins, thank you so very much. We appreciate you so much. Devonna Hollowell, we thank you so very much. If you would, please take the time now to represent your city. I know I had you do it earlier, but do it now. If you'd like to give a shout out to someone, I'm going to give you the chance to shout somebody out right now, and I'll call their name out. If it's a happy birthday, anniversary, let's take the time to do that so I can show appreciation to the fans that listen to us. And do that, okay? In New Jersey right now, it's currently 73 degrees and sunny. In New Jersey, there you go. If you give me the weather around your area, I'll do that for you. Yeah. Rachel Haynes tuning in from Punta City, Oklahoma. Yes. Today, our subject is going to be about the lawsuit. Yes, we're going to talk about the lawsuit today. There have been some changes made to the lawsuit, so we want to make those changes aware. We are going to bring the documents up so that you can see the documents on camera of exactly what is filed. So there'll be no hearsay, because we like to present facts. In Westchester County is 73 and sunny. Catty Cowgirl, thank you. Bay Area, California. Pensacola, Florida is in the house. Shay, welcome to the show, Shay. It is currently 72 in Philadelphia. 72 in Philadelphia. Let's go, people. Take your time. Shout the city out. Give me the weather, and I'll call it out for you. If there's anybody's birthday, the month of May, my birthday was on the 13th. I want to say happy birthday. Hope that you'll have a long and prosperous life. And may the good master bless you real good. So this is the time to get a free shout out. If it's for your business, if it's for your book, whatever it is. We got 3 minutes to do that. So now's your time to get a free shameless plug. It's raining in the UK right now. Raining in the UK. Mia Glitari says, hello, Mr. Tony. Millie from Harlem, wishing you a productive show tonight. Thank you so very much. Carlos Johnson, thank you and welcome in from Jackson, Mississippi. It is a warm 87 degrees in Mississippi. Bam 200 is in the house. Thank you, Bam 200. We appreciate you so very much. $75 degrees in South Carolina. Which part of South Carolina are you in, Rochelle Wider, excuse me. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Charles. We appreciate you so very much. And I want to thank to the others of you, if you'd like to show your support to the channel, you can do that by Cash App and super stickers. However it goes, we appreciate you so very, 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 very much. Protected by God, raining in the eastern part of North Carolina. That would be Wilmington and Wilmington, Whitesville. Yeah, all of that area there. There's Cole. So good evening, Chad. So glad you're here. We are. We really appreciate you. I want to say thank you to the mods, the elements. I could not do this without you. I thank you so very much. Louise, we thank you so very much. Currently right now, 68 degrees in Delaware, Ohio. Gloria says, shout out to all veterans. Thank you for your service. Billy Phil, 714 from Durham, North Carolina. Welcome, Durham in the house. 2 more minutes for shout outs. We have 2 more minutes for shout outs. Christopher Times gives a shout out to Agape Marriage and Family Counseling LLC. Again, that's Agape Marriage and Family Counseling LLC. Welcome to the show and hope your business is doing well. If you're in the area of Agape Family and Counseling, give them a call. I don't know what the number is, but I'm sure you can look that up. Agape Marriage and Family Counseling LLC. Shameless plug time. If you got a business you want to shout out, put it up here. We got to do that for you. Sharon Pulliam, thank you so very much for the donation. And she's in Chi-Town in the house. Thank you, Quiet Storm Events. Shout out to my television show and podcast, Time of Inspiration. And yes, Sharon, I did get your email, and we will be happy to be part of whatever you like to do. Thank you so very much for that. And we appreciate you. Again, that's Time of Inspiration podcast. You can see that. You can listen to that podcast on iHeartRadio, as well as all other mediums, to include Alexa. Barbara, it's 90 degrees in Apple Valley, California. Thank you, Barbara. We appreciate you so very much. And just the best, Ahmad says, help us grow. Share the Quiet Storm FM YouTube channel. You can Cash App us or Apple Pay to 808-457-8133. Again, that's 808-457-8133. And thank you so very much for tuning into the broadcast. We're going to now get into it. Today, there's been an update to the lawsuit that has been filed against Elite Transportation, and now the trucking company. We're going to give you the update on that and provide the paperwork to let you see exactly what's happening with this lawsuit and the direction that is starting to take place. Marilyn Burrows, thank you so very much. Where are you from, Marilyn? Burrows is my surname also. So let's get into this lawsuit with Lethal Carter. Let me make some changes here to the screen so that I can bring this info up. First of all, let me add it to the... Give me a second. Be patient with me. Bringing up the lawsuit. So we'll have it here. Okay. We have that up now. Here we go. So family, how do you like the music that we're playing? Does it resonate from you? Are your family's from Alabama? Okay. Okay, so let me add this to the screen here and make this up. Okay, so what I'm putting up here for you now is the information on the lawsuit that has been extended. I'm going to say extended, extended, extended. Yeah, okay. So let's get into it here. All right. So what we have here is the lawsuit. And you can see the defendant's CRST expedited incorporated motion to dismiss. So CSRT has now filed a motion to dismiss from the case because they were added in to the lawsuit. Yes, they were added in to the lawsuit. And being added into the lawsuit, they want it clear that they should be removed. Now, I'll say to you why they want it removed. And let's get into that. It reads, comes now the defendant, CRST Expedited Incorporated, hereinafter CRST or defendant, by and through the undersigned counsel, and hereby files this motion respectfully requesting this court enter an order dismissing the above reference action on the grounds of form non-convenience. Form non-convenience, meaning filed not filed in the right venue. Okay. In support of this motion, the defendant states as follows: plaintiffs filed the lawsuit in the state court of Fulton County, Georgia. The first amended complaint attached as Exhibit A. 2. Lethal Carter, Joseph Robinson, Executive Elite Transportation, and CRST are the named defendants in the present case. The plaintiffs allege that on or about March 1st, defendant Carter was driving a 2021 Sprinter van, and in which the plaintiffs were passengers. While traveling on Interstate 65 in Montgomery County, Alabama, plaintiffs alleged that the defendant Carter lost control of the Mercedes, causing it to roll onto its side and come to a rest in the travel lane. See Alabama Uniform Traffic Crash Report attached. The plaintiffs further alleged that after the Mercedes rolled over, a CRST tractor trailer, hereinafter tractor trailer, operated by Jared Wilkerson, struck the Mercedes. The subsequent collision was investigated by Officer David S. Rogers of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, along with multiple other law enforcement and emergency medical personnel from Montgomery, Alabama. The following collision, the plaintiffs were allegedly treated at Baptist Medical Center in South Montgomery, Alabama. The plaintiffs were treated at Baptist Medical Center in Montgomery, Alabama. The Mercedes and the tractor trailer was towed from the scene of the collision to Siemens Wrecker Service in Montgomery, Alabama. The argument: under the doctrine of form non-convenience, a court shall dismiss a claim or action if it finds that the interest of justice for the convenience of the parties and witnesses, a claim or action would more properly heard in form outside of this state. The court, in determining whether to grant a motion to dismiss on form non-convenience grounds, must find an adequate alternative form exists. The dismissal serves the interest of justice and the convenience of the parties and the witnesses, as guided by 7 factors articulated. The claim or action is more properly heard in the forum outside of the state. I won't read the case citations to back it up. Adequate alternative form. In determining whether to transfer or dismiss an action in the forum, non-convenience grounds, the threshold issue is an analysis in whether an adequate alternative form exists. So let me explain to you what that is. Give me 1 second here. Give me a second to bring that in, and we get into this. Okay. Boom. Go back here. I have to set this up so we make sure we're good to go. All right. There we are. There. All right. And what's that? So let's break this down. So people, what they're saying in this motion is that the twins and Ashton them did not file this in the correct jurisdiction. Instead of filing this in the courts of Alabama, they filed it in the courts of Georgia. Now, I can see the variance as to why that would have happened, and this is why. Let me break it down. The start of the tour began in Georgia and ended up in Alabama. But the tractor trailer did not hit the Mercedes van in Georgia. It hit the van in Alabama. Thus, if you're going to attach CSRT to this lawsuit, you're going to have to file it in the courts that have jurisdiction over the action that took place at the scene, which is Georgia. Now, I'm going to say to you, to the stormtroopers, that it is my opinion, my personal opinion, allegedly, that this is an action that Lethal Carter does not want to take place. Because as I produced the documents, I showed you where Executive Elite Transportation did not have any authorization whatsoever to do any commercial business with that van. In other words, it was not allowed, not authorized by the United States Department of Transportation to move that vehicle out of the city of Atlanta for hire. That being said, the reason it is not authorized yet active is because it did not have the proper insurance. That's right, the proper insurance to authorize such vehicles with passengers. Personal use, whatever use. If you're traveling with people in that vehicle and you take 1 penny, you must have $5 million worth of insurance coverage. Now, to establish the hiring of the vehicle, County Shell hired Lethal Carter at Executive Elite Transportation to transport Angie Stone. There is no argument about that. It's plain as day. It is plain as day. So, technically speaking, the lawsuit should have been filed, in my personal opinion, allegedly, in Montgomery County. Now, we have presented to you the insurance company. Matter of fact, let's do this again, okay? We presented the insurance company telling you that the policy had Lethal Carter as identified, and it was a personal policy. Again, it was a personal policy, not a commercial policy. Now, the factor is that they're suing Lethal Carter, and they're suing in his individual capacity, and they're suing Executive Elite Transportations in its official capacity, and CSRT in its official capacity. But it did not list Jarrett Wilkins in his individual capacity. Okay. That's a red flag for me. Why did you not list Jarrett Wilkinson in his individual capacity? Why is that not? This is no cap because I just presented the lawsuit to you on the screen. So we're talking facts, black and white. Why did that not happen? Why didn't it happen? And you're suing Jarrett, you're suing CSRT for personal injury. But you personally did not succumb personal injuries from the tractor trailer. Your injuries were from the Mercedes van. Make that make sense. But in my purview, this lawsuit was filed so fast that it could not have taken on the correct legs to walk on because it was too early. It was way too early. Yes, flag on the play. It was way too early to file it. That's my belief. It was way too early. Now, let's look at this. Did anyone do any further research to find out the establishment of the tag information for the van and find out who was the person that actually acquired the tags and the insurance for the Mercedes Sprinter? I don't think so. I think greed prohibited someone from thinking properly to follow that information up. See, because if you had done due diligence in that area, you would have found that the owner, the said owner on paper of that corporation or that business entity has been incarcerated since 2023. And currently to this point, he's still incarcerated. So is this action another greed attempt at Lethal Carter, making it look like that he has the authority to do something when in fact he was just showing off as if he has fame to represent artists and trying to show the world that he's someone bigger than what he really is. Well, he is big. Let me correct that. But not for music and entertainment. He's a notorious criminal. A drug trafficker. A convicted trafficker. Convictions of violence. A womanizer. A violent woman abuser. So I'm not understanding as to why someone didn't do a proper search to find out who, in fact, you are suing. The other factor to this insurance claim is that there's no presentation of the black box, properly known as the IRD box of the Mercedes, to show that there were no mechanical issues with the Mercedes at all. There were none. The box didn't show that there were any. But what it does represent is that someone either callously was driving on the road or intentionally caused an accident. My personal belief is that that was an intentional accident. And you did not expect anyone to die. But it happened. And that, my friend, was a major mistake. That, my friend, was callousness. And if the sheriff's department in Alabama and if the highway patrol would have properly checked your credentials on the crime scene, they would have known that you had no authorization to move that vehicle and you would have been arrested. But they didn't. They were very negligent in not doing so. They didn't even check to see what your NCIC report was at the scene of the accident. They had reprieve by doing it at the hospital if they would have done so, but they didn't do so. They just looked at your driver's license, say okay, and let it go. Didn't run it, didn't do any of that. Why not? Why not? Why didn't that happen? I hold the state of Georgia just as responsible for Angie Stone's passing, just as much as the state of Alabama, just as clear as much as Lethal Carter. Let me break that down. You, the state of Georgia, if you would have properly done your job monitoring this person on probation for trafficking, you would have known his whereabouts. But because he's on non-supervised probation, you allow him to do whatever he wants to do. He violated the conditions of the probation by even driving an unauthorized vehicle and by not having the proper credentials that it should have had to do it. That is a violation of probation. Now, that's unacceptable, Georgia. Georgia, you are one of the states that took one of your own judges, a black judge, to jail because she was hysterical and did not produce her ID at the scene of a complaint. She was asked to present her ID and she didn't. So what did they do? After over and over about a 2-hour time period, asking her to please present the ID. They even told her at the city jail, if you just show us your ID, we can get you processed and get you out of here. But she still didn't do it at the jail, at the city jail. So what happened? They had to take her to the county jail to do what? to identify her with her fingerprint. And at that time, they found out she was a judge. Ma'am, why didn't you just tell us? What was the reason for not telling us? But she was so hysterical and so ignorant in her actions that she had to be taken to be identified. This is what it is. This is what it is. Now, you're going to tell me that if you identified the judge, you could not identify Lethal Carter, and you would let this man be convicted as a first-time felon, when in fact, he should have been given a life sentence or whatever sentence that you give. You have the audacity to vigorously go after people, to include the President of the United States. And you didn't go after Lethal Carter? So that would lead one in a common sense zone to believe that you're covering up for him. You must be, because there is proof. And let me say this. These were black officers on another black female judge. So it wasn't about color. But at the same time, they identified who she was. So what gives, Georgia? What gives, Alabama? What gives? Whom are you protecting? And why are you protecting? You want us to come to the knowledge of everything is good, when in fact it's not. If you would have done your job, Alabama, if you would have done your job, excuse me, not Alabama, Georgia, if you would have done your job, do you think Angie would be alive right now? I wonder. Is this the case? Right, let's put it there point blank. Is he a confidential informant, allegedly? Is that the case? I need to understand this. Is that the case? Is it the case? Stay tuned. I'll be right back in a second. And you're listening to Quiet Storm FM. I'm your host, Tony Smooth Jams, here on this station. Don't forget you can listen to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all around the world, simply by going to iHeartRadio. Put in live radio stations, and then you can put in Quiet Storm FM. It'll pop right up, and you can enjoy it in your car, at home, on your TV, on your radio, wherever, all around the world. Quiet Storm FM. You can also visit us on our website at www.quietstormfm.org. Again, that's www.quietstormfm.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We invite you to become part of the Quiet Storm family on our website. When you go there, please become a member. We would appreciate you so very much. It doesn't cost you a dime. We just want to know who's there and show you appreciation for you being part of what we do. Yep, so become a member, and there's some things special that we're going to do for you. And also, I want to say to you at this point, if you become a member of this channel and you have a business or someone close to you that has a business, we will allow you as a member to promote that business on this channel the few minutes that we take before we start talking or doing our commentary, and shout them out. Or if it's a birthday shout out, those are privileges you get from becoming a member at any level. Doesn't matter. At any level, become a member, and we want to do that. Also, don't forget, whatever you hear me say on YouTube is also broadcasted on radio, on iHeart, and on our FM station in Hawaii live. So you're not just being heard on YouTube, you're being heard all around the world. So, Sheila Hopkins and Dante Daly gave me testimony or statement. And Sheila's gave her account to what happened. It made it plain and clear that she was the last person to be taken out of the vehicle. Lethal said Angie Stone was standing outside of the vehicle. Pillsbury said that she helped someone. Why is Pillsbury? Why is Courtney not named in any of these lawsuits? Why is Pillsbury not even attached to any of the police reports? Courtney, from the diagram of the highway department, of what I can see, you may have caused that accident. You, yes, you. Because your vehicle was parked on the right shoulder. And that truck wanted to make sure he didn't hit you. And did not see, in the midst of darkness, that van turned over. Because as it was turned over, and the undercarriage facing the vehicle, there was no lights that it could see. So I believe wholeheartedly, you are the reason Angie Stone is not with us today. I won't take that back. And then why, ma'am, are you not charged for leaving the scene of an accident as a witness? You said you called 911. Okay. So there's a report of you being there. Why are you not on the report? Is someone protecting you and protecting Jared Wilkerson? Because a little black lady got injured, demised in an accident? Is this about color? Is this about the state of Alabama protecting its own? Another white woman and another veteran that's white? Is this going to come down to what this really is? Why could you have the audacity to get on the World Wide Web and say the story that you gave and not even tell that story to the investigators where it's in the report? There's no mention of you in the narrative at all. Not one jot of you in the narrative. We have it. We read it. We showed it. There's no mention of you. How coincidental is it that you and Lethal Carter are from the same hometown? There's something that's not gelling here. There's something not gelling. You're from the same hometown. You leave the scene. He doesn't know what happened for 2 hours. What is it? And you're not even mentioned in the lawsuit. It would seem that you would be a vital point to testify when you're not even. They missed a man that's in prison that ain't had nothing to do with nothing, nowhere around it. But they didn't list you. They didn't list you at all. How is that? Come on, help me. Anybody in chat, can you help me with that? How is it that they didn't list her? How is it that on the lawsuit? How is it that they didn't list her on the police report? Can anybody tell me what's wrong with that? Do you agree that she should have been on the report? Yes or no? Do you agree? Yes or no? You gave this sick puppy dog look, talking about for the respect of the family, I won't show the video. You even drove back to the scene to get video. Because when you left, it was dark, so you had your video in the daylight. You came back to the scene. Remember, the accident happened at 4 a.m. So if the accident happened at 4 a.m. and the call was made on 4:20, if you made the call, you made the call at 4:20 a.m. in the zone of darkness. So 2.5 hours later, you were still, you know what? I didn't even pay attention to that. 2.5 hours later, you were still around. And what happened? You go back to the scene and you record the tractor trailer. Yes, you did. Why would you do that? So wait a minute. Hold on a second. We have a flag on the play. We clearly have a flag on the play. Let me. Hold on, let me do something here. We got a flag on the play. If you like the content that I'm giving to you, please do me a favor and get the likes up. We're at 194, and there's 461 in the chat with us right now. So please I need you to get the likes up. We do a lot of work here, paying for documents, court documents, and everything to produce to you, to present. Those documents aren't free. They have to be paid for so that we can have the right information. So we need you to be part of that. The way you can help us is to get those likes up. And the other side is monetarily, so that we could get in the algorithm to get this word out. You know, I'm starting to believe more and more that Pillsbury and Lethal were together. I'm starting to believe that. And I know factually that Pillsbury did speak to the family. So that did happen. So we need to, we really need to take a serious look at this. Now, being from the same city, and that city is a small one, very small city. Yes, it is. Very small city. Less than 10,000 people. I would find it hard to believe that Lethal and Pillsbury don't know each other. Then on top of that, Lethal, you go back to the scene. You and Shanna. Now, people want me to leave Shanna Shell alone. I ain't leaving Shanna Shell alone. I tried to give it grace. I did. And the more I keep going through legal paperwork, the more Shanna keeps coming up. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You just can't make it up. So I'm supposed to keep my mouth closed, not say anything, and just overlook that. You know, she really didn't have much to do with it. No, I ain't doing that. Not only am I not doing it, my job is to present the truth. And the truth is, Shanna, I don't know if you're just as dirty as Lethal. Pillsbury, I don't know if you're just as dirty as Lethal. Lethal, we know how dirty you are, so there's no wondering to that. You are what you are, a monster. Everybody put monster in the chat. The only phrase I want to see in the chat is monster. That's it. Nothing else. Don't write nothing else. Don't say nothing else. Just put monster in the chat. I need every single person to put monster in there. Just monster. Let him see that he's a monster. Let that whole thing run for a whole while. Monster. Monster only. Hold your opinions, hold your questions, hold whatever, and only put monster in the chat, please. Just monster. Diamond says she didn't know Lethal. Believe it. I respect what she said, but I don't believe it.